And welcome to Stefanovic Nation, bringing you games news, video trailers, movie news, everything and anything I can possibly get on this channel that's of interest to you gamers and film fans out there. I'll bring it as soon as I can. So basically the first one I'm going to bring you today is going to be Games for Gold. Now, Games for Gold is a subscription you get for being an Xbox Live Games subscriber. Now, they bring you out 4 games every single month. On Xbox 360 and on an Xbox One. The games come out from the beginning of the month, so for instance this month, the 1st of May to the 31st of the month, or the 30th of the month, depending on what month it is. And each game is obviously totally free, which is cool. And also, if you have an Xbox 360, or even if you don't have an Xbox 360, you can download the game on your Xbox One anyway because of the backwards compatibility that Microsoft released a few months ago and allowed it to happen because of the basically fans, gamers pressure of towards Microsoft saying we want backwards compatibility. So we fought for it, we got it. Happy days. So now you can get 4 games on Xbox Live, Games with Gold, all on your Xbox One for no added price, as long as you're an Xbox Live game subscriber, which is all cool. Now, the first game, is Defense Grid 2, which I'm about to show you right now. So we'll get right to it. This is Defense Grid 2, as I've said already. It's for the platform at Xbox One. It came out on the 1st of May and it's out until the 31st of May. Now, once you've downloaded it, you've not just got it for the month, you've got it for as long as you want. As long as you've downloaded it within the given time, you're fine and good to go. It's really cool. I mean, if you've got the space on your hard drive, then it's all good. So that's even better. So I'll show you some gameplay right now. You've got different defense towers here. Gun, Inferno, Laser, so on and so forth. You're seeing them. If you want to pause the video, then go on for it. That's fine, all good. So basically, you're defending the aliens coming through. You want to try and kill the aliens as they're coming through before they take your orbs from your main station, which is over here in this level. And your resources as well are top left, as you can top left of the screen. So you build guns and you defend against the aliens as they're coming through. And the objective of the game, obviously, as it says, I've already said, is defend it, make sure you don't take your orbs, and you're sorted. Now, the early stages of this game is quite straightforward, quite easy. I think, easy peasy, no bother at all. But as it goes on later on, there are different chapters. So you've got 5 chapters altogether. Those chapters obviously get harder as they go on. I think get to about chapter 4 and chapter 5 are pretty hard. But once you find out the tactics and what towers to build and so on and so forth, it becomes straightforward. You can upgrade the towers as well to really hard, really good strength, so you can do a lot more damage and stuff to the aliens that are going through. This game basically builds on from the first Defense Grid 1, which was very similar to this, obviously, but not as many options for towers and not as many different types of aliens as you come across now. So that's pretty cool as well, and it's free. And is it worth it, you're asking? This game we're talking about right now is definitely worth it. It's simple, straightforward. If you're an achievement hunter, like I am, quite a lot of games, and through my friends are as well, and it's definitely worth it. I mean, you can play the first mission. You can basically go up to maybe 7, 8, maybe even 10 achievements if you watch the achievements list. You can get a lot of achievements in the first go, so that's pretty good. That's even an added bonus as well. And the the game's good as well. It's quite enjoyable. If you want to get away from playing maybe Call of Duty and stuff, which can get really frustrating, really annoying sometimes, but depending on who you're playing against, then this game is definitely worth it. You can't go wrong. It's free. I mean, what else is there to say about this, really? So it's out until the 31st of May, which is in a couple of days' time. So that's basically it. I mean, it is really enjoyable. I mean, I played this for a couple of weeks actually, and I really enjoyed it. So yeah, that's it basically. So it's set until the 31st of May. Enjoy, and we'll move on to the next game. Okay, guys. On the list is Costume Quest 2. Now this is an RPG game for a younger audience, but you know, it's for everybody. And I played it and I had a wee bit of fun with it. It's simple, it's fun, it's cool. It could be for all audiences, but more for a younger audience, I'd definitely say. The price is again £10–12. and in dollars about $15 if you're in America as well, United States. Uh, is it worth it to play? For a short time, yeah. I wouldn't spend too much time on it, but if you're like maybe 10, 15, maybe younger, then you maybe want to play the whole game. I played the whole game, completed it and stuff, so it's enjoyable but not amazing. And it's Xbox One time, no Xbox 360 unfortunately, but you can still download it, and then once you've got your Xbox One, you can play it then. Even if it's well past the month when it came out, you can still play it as long as you've downloaded it originally, you're fine. Now, it's a simple RPG, it's nothing too complicated, nothing like your major RPGs you've got nowadays, like The Witcher 3 and stuff like that, so, it's simple enough, enjoyable enough. For me, I wouldn't personally own it or play it very much, but still worth a go. We've got a few achievements here, simple achievements, a whole game. I mean, as I've got to say about most of these games probably, is it's free, so why not give it a go. But if you're really serious about what games you want to pick and you've not got much space in your hard drive, because I know that can be a bit of a difficulty as well on hard drives for Xbox Ones, you think you've got loads of storage space, 500 gig you think is loads, but with a lot of the games nowadays it's like 40-50 gig for a lot of the games, so you've not got that much space. You can maybe get 10 or 12 games depending on how much storage each game takes up. But for this game, I definitely say give it a go, but don't get your hopes up. It's nothing spectacular, it's simple, straightforward. Okay RPG, for a younger audience, give it a go, but for me, not so much. Okay, moving on to the next game, guys. The next one is Grid 2. Now, this has been 5 years in the making since the last one, the original game, Grid 1. It is, I would say, from playing it, it is an amazing, stunning game. I wouldn't say it was as good as Forza franchise and other games like that, but it's pretty good from Codemasters. The audio, I have to admit, the audio is what really drives this game through. The audio was beautiful. The way the sound of the tires sound, the sound authentic. The engine raves and it sounds really. It just sounds great. I can't really falter the audio. The audio is really where it's at for this game. I'd definitely say that. So if you like how games sound and feel, I definitely give this one a 5 out of 5 for that, definitely. So yeah, for that. They've also got another sort of new mode that I would say it's called the World Series Racing. It's sort of like a fictional sort of story, which they apparently were lacking, apparently they said anyway, they were lacking in the first one, which I've not actually played the first one unfortunately, but that was apparently one of the differences from separated the first one to this one. So I mean that's always good when they add something new to the series. So and what I've played from it is actually quite decent. I quite enjoyed it. I'm not a big racing fan, but for this review I'm doing for Games for Gold on this particular game, it was actually pretty good. There's many different racing venue locations scattered throughout in the game, in different continents such as South America and Europe, the Middle East and Asia. So there's plenty of different venues in there. So quite a lot to choose from. Not loads, but enough, enough to keep you satisfied for a lot of racers anyway. If you're collecting your venues and stuff like that. So I definitely say it's well held together for that sort of thing. Story mode's pretty good as well, as I said, so that's even better for that. I would also say you get, for when you're in the World Series Racing, you go through the season, and at the end of the season, or through the season, sorry, you've got like 2 clips are produced and put together by ESPN. It's sort of show you how you're progressing. And how your fan base is getting bigger and bigger, and how you're getting more and more fans, sort of thing. So that's really quite cool that way as well. And it's sort of this story mode acts as an explanation how the game works and how you get used to the controls and stuff, and how everything goes. So it's quite good that that's slightly like a tutorial in some ways, and then it lets you go off in your own direction and how you got on quite well with that. So it's quite good that way, I'd definitely say. Also. I wouldn't say, for when you're comparing Grid 2 for their like vehicles and models and how many you get and stuff, There's not a massive selection compared to, I would say, the Forza franchise and the Gran Turismo 5. Definitely not as many models there, definitely not, so that's unfortunate, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that it's a pretty good game. And it's free now as well until the end of the month, which is even better. So definitely, yeah, I definitely give it a thumbs up for that. I mean, the going on about the models and sticking with that for a second, the models look polished, look very detailed as well. I definitely would say that. They look gleam, and when they light glimpse off the polished fenders, it just looks very nice. So I definitely give it a thumbs up for sure. Now, I would say when you talk about some of the venues and stuff I've spoke about already, I would say the Hong Kong venue is quite dull and a bit drab, so that isn't great. But it's still pretty decent, you know. So yeah, Codemasters have done a great game. Great job on that. Oops, starting again. But overall, well done. So yeah, say 5 out of 5 for that. Say pretty good for a racing game. What I've played, not as good as the rest of them maybe, but still pretty goddamn good. So yeah, moving on to the next game. The final game on this review for Games for Gold is called Peggle. Now, it's very much a casual game, sort of style of game. It's really straightforward, very addictive game. Yeah, you aim the ball to try and get the orange pegs and score as many points as you can do in the process. It is definitely a very unique style of game. I've not really seen anything like it out there, so that's a major plus for any game, I suppose. I would definitely say. It also has different challenge modes as well once you've completed it, and you can also play with friends as well, which is quite cool. Who doesn't like playing with other people? I suppose it's makes it quite fun and enjoyable, I think, anyway. So it's quite a cool thing for that, I would say. You can play with any different kind of animal. Every animal and every character has their own individual unique playstyle. So you know there's hundreds of different possibilities and combinations you can use with different characters in the game, so that's pretty cool that way as well. I would say that be warned now, right? Can be very frustrating, like really annoying. You think you've quite cracked the challenge and you've done what you want to do to get the points and stuff, and then it just gets really frustrating, but really enjoyable as well. I suppose that makes the game, part of the game is it makes it more enjoyable because it's not as quite as easy as you think when you first started the game in the early process of it, so it's quite good that way. Leads you into a false sense of security. You think, oh, this game's quite easy, and then as later on as you progress, it's not as easy as you think. But yeah, I would say, to sum up, I would say Peggle is a solid, addictive yet frustrating game, so I would say download it, give it a go and see what you think. But yeah, a solid 6 out of 10 for me, so thanks for that. That's it. That's everything, I think, really. So one more thing before we wrap up this video. I just want to say I hope everybody enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you liked even more than that, subscribe. I'll be bringing plenty more content. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye. See you later, nation.